Welcome to the Launch One podcast. I'm Mason Springer, and today we are joined with Ethan Conway. Ethan is quite the archer. He's a Lancaster Archery Classic champion, and he's a big trout fisherman. I know that too, and I'd like to learn a little bit about that in this podcast. But Ethan, where did we meet? Was it at the Classic?
Um, I think we met at an ASA over in Ohio. State championship, maybe?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, I
Could have
remember
been the
that.
classic.
So that would have been a couple years ago. I shot the Ohio ASA circuit. Um, and yeah, I do remember you were there now that I think about it. What
Yeah,
state are you from?
PA. So I'm like between Erie and Pittsburgh, kind of like right between Erie and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, okay. So that's probably not more than a 3.5 hour drive for me then. I'm down kind of southeast of Columbus. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, so
Well,
that
that's not
ASA,
far.
yeah, that ASA wasn't a very far drive for you, was it?
No, probably an hour and 15 maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because I think
So,
I was just like right on the other side of the Ohio border or
mm-hmm.
Ohio line.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're right there. Do you hunt at all in Ohio, or are you mostly PA?
I'm all PA. Next year I'll be hunting Ohio a little bit, but right now just PA.
Yeah, you thinking big ag got some public land or got a permission piece?
No, it'll be all public land in Ohio, but I'm on a lease over here in PA, so that makes it nice.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's always good. How's your season been so far?
This year was good. Early season, I hit a buck, big buck, probably second week archery season. Just made a bad shot, couldn't find it. Got a dog in there, and that puts you in the lows for sure. Makes you start thinking. But a couple weeks after that, big one came in, able to make a good shot on that one. It's a 152-inch 11 point, so my
Wow.
biggest buck to date for sure.
Yeah, that's great. And the buck you hit, like it's definitely not from a lack of practice, because I know you're shooting all the
No,
time.
I tell you, deer are just like, man, there's like, there's nothing like a giant buck walking in. Like Lancaster's one thing, like Vegas is one thing, but a buck is just, it's, there's nothing beats it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard, and I kinda had the same thing this year. Believe it or not, I hadn't killed anything with my compound bow until this year. Like, I'd been hunting with it for the last couple years, and I just passed so much stuff, and then, finally, got that buck this year, and, yeah, I definitely know what you mean,
That was a tank. That's
yeah, yeah,
freaky too.
it was freaking. Actually, it's right behind me here. I'll
Oh, there
pan
it
the
is.
video
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a freak, but yeah, it was a nice mature buck. So that's always a good thing, um, when you when you can get that done.
Yeah. That's always the goal, just to kill a mature buck.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, how would you compare the the pressure from Lancaster stage to, shooting a big buck or Vegas even. Have you been to Vegas?
Yeah. Last year I went to Vegas, but
Yes, like, 300 in Vegas versus, big buck. Like how do you compare? What's your mental game look like?
it, it really doesn't even compare to me. Like, I don't know what it is, but like big buck walks in and I just like freak out. Like everything just like I don't even think. It's like I don't know why it's like that, but I feel like Lancaster, like I'm still focused, like, there's a goal. But I feel like hunting we spend so much time. Well, I mean archery we do too, but it's like you don't even know if you're gonna get that opportunity at a big buck. So when it does finally come in, you're like, you gotta make this happen, like right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. That makes sense. And, I guess for archery, like we've all been taught that you've got to plan for, those pressure situations and the mental game and all that. But it seems like, people don't talk about the mental game near as much when it comes to hunting.
Yeah, I mean, it's kinda hard to prepare for it because you don't really know what's gonna happen. So that's what makes it fun, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point there. So I mean, I've been asking everybody, what lessons have you learned from this season? From the buck you shot and the one you hit. Like,
Uh, I mean, it's hard to really pinpoint, like, what things, but, I mean, you learn so much every season. deer movement, stuff like that, weather. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know really.
How about like specifically the buck you killed, as far as the situation, like was it like a picturesque shot, or was it a tougher situation? Like how did that kind of go down?
So I saw these two deer way over, probably like 800 yards over on the other hill, and I'm like, I didn't even know what they were. Figured they were does, but I'm like, well, I'll grunt. I don't know if they're gonna hear me, but I'll grunt anyway. So I grunted, and I put the grunt call down, and I look over, and there's this big buck coming, probably 100 yards away. So grab my bow, and by the time I grab my bow, he's like 50, and he's just coming straight at me. And I'm like, well, I knew because the area I was in, it was thick, and there was not many shooting lanes at all. So he's coming in, and he gets to 20, and like he saw me, like perfectly saw me, but he was in a shooting lane, like just a small shooting lane. And I mean, he was looking right at me, so I had to shoot him frontal, but made a good shot, and he probably went 100 yards and piled up. So
Really? Yeah, that's good. What kind of broadhead were you using?
I was using the Beast two
Okay.
inch.
Yeah, that seems to be a really popular one this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I shot my first buck with. But I mean, in my opinion, if you hit him in the right spot, it don't matter what you're using.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I can definitely agree with that. Um that's really good. So, um was this like, I guess you said it was a thick area. Do you have much ag up there where you're at?
I mean, there's some ag like a couple miles from my lease, but I mean, not really much,
Oh yeah. Yeah, so these are big
not
woods
much at
here.
all.
That's pretty different from where I'm at. I'm kind of a 50-50 mix, ag woods. There's enough ag to where deer can, still eat a lot during the winter, and then switch over during
Right.
the hunts, and get some good bedding areas and places to hide, and good cover. Yeah, that's cool. So running into like the big thing that I want to talk to you about is Lancaster Stage. So my first like big tournament, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had, when I started out, like I went into just the local shop and shot like league nights every Tuesday for the whole winter. Probably started in early December or maybe even November. I can't remember at this point. But when I first started, we would go in there, and I mean, the biggest shoot I'd probably gone to was like a round robin style thing, just like a 3D thing that previous summer. Um, and then somebody from the shop's like, "Hey, you going to Lancaster?" And we're like, "What's Lancaster?" And anyhow, so we got signed up, and I went that first year, and I was actually shooting a borrowed bow. The owner of the shop, Shane, he let me shoot his Apex 8. So this is an old Matthews.
Man,
It's like it was like a 42-inch axle bow, so massive bow. I was pretty small, and I will say it was a good shooting bow. But I took that to Lancaster the first year, and I think I missed qualifying for the second day by like 1 or 2 points. I mean, it was so close. And but I felt really good about that weekend. It was a great experience. I mean, if you haven't been to Lancaster, just for anybody that's listening, like, I mean, you walk in there to Spooky Nook, and it's like that massive sports complex. And
it's nuts. It is
yeah, like,
insane.
I mean, I remember just walking in there, and you look one direction, you look the other way, and it's just people shooting as far as you can see.
Well,
Like,
it's yeah. And then you get up on the balcony and you can see both lines, and you're just like, wow, like that's a lot of shooters.
yes. Yeah, it is definitely quite the experience. I mean, there's nothing else like it out there, because everybody's just in that one, big room. That's really cool. And, it's a lot of people like, pro-am style events. So I think that first year, I had a pro on my bail. And of course, that's really cool to anybody who's never shot around pros before.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's really cool. And Lancaster's coming up too. I know a lot of the lines are filling up. Do you know what time you're going to shoot this year? Your qualification?
I'm gonna shoot Thursday at 4:30.
Okay, we might be on the same line. I can't remember if I was going to go the noon line that day or 4:30, but I'm going to be shooting Thursday too. I
Yeah,
think it's
Thursday's the way to go.
yeah, it's a little bit less crowded. We might actually um we might go out Wednesday like after work. Uh, you know, just take a rest somewhere halfway out there Wednesday night, and then drive the rest of the way Thursday morning. It's only like a 5 hour drive for me, and then get there early Thursday morning, have plenty of time to practice and shoot, and then I think things just go a lot quicker Thursday.
Yeah, I just like, you shoot Thursday and then Friday you have all day to check some stuff out, go to the pro shop, practice. It's just kind of nice to have the day off, really.
Yeah, that's really cool. How many years have you been going to Lancaster?
I think this will be my fifth. Fifth, yeah, fifth.
Okay. My first year was 23, so your first year would have been, is that 22 or 21, something like that?
I think I think it's 2021.
20? Yeah.
I think it was 21.
Okay, yeah. So what class were you shooting then? Were you always shooting bow hunter?
No, I shot youth male open for a couple years, 2 years. The first year I shot, I missed what I tied elimination matches, but the other kid beat me out on X's. So that was pretty hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Then the next year I made elimination matches and I think I made it through uh either one or two rounds and then got beat out.
On the stage?
No, elimination matches.
Eliminations, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you switched to bow hunter. Um yeah, I mean bow hunter how's a bow hunter setup compare to you for like an open setup? Like how do the stabilizers and the lens and stuff make a difference for you when you're shooting?
You know, it seems like it'd make a huge difference, but it really doesn't. Like at first, like right now, if you went and put short bars and took your lens out, you'd probably be like, "Whoa, this sucks." But if you shoot it for like a couple weeks, you're gonna get used to it, and it really like it. It's not much of a difference. Like obviously, with long bars, you're gonna hold better, you're gonna see better with a lens, but score wise, I'm only seeing like a 1 to 2x difference between open and bow hunter.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's really good, and I've kinda noticed that because, during the summertime, I shoot a lot of tack, and, of course, it's just a bow hunter setup for that, and, I'll take the long stabilizers off of my target bow and, put on just a pin with no lens or anything, and I'll go shoot tack with that, and it's like, I just put a little bit more weight on the short stabilizers, and it seems to, hold just fine. And I think actually, at one point, I had shot a personal best with a bow hunter setup.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
yeah, I think it was like 26x or something a couple years ago. But
nice.
yeah, that was always good. So Lancaster coming up. How many weeks out are we? It's January 25th. So is that 5 4 5 weeks?
I think we're 5 weeks out.
Okay, is that your next big tournament, or do you got any in between now and then?
I'm going to the Rushmore Rumble, so that's
Okay.
that's the 10th and 11th.
Yep, I'm gonna be there too. Are you gonna hit the show a couple days before?
I think Friday we might go to the show, check
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good move for the ATA. I've gone to the ATA the last couple years, and it's always a really cool thing, and I think that they'll be able to grow it possibly with having all those pros there for the rush. But yeah, so Lancaster, what's your game plan during Lancaster? Like, I know there's a lot of, I heard a lot of talk last year. Do you want to qualify in first place? Do you want to qualify in the middle? Do you want to qualify last place in the cut for eliminations the second day? Like that's kind of a question I never really thought about. My thought is qualify as high as you can, but going through the brackets and all that, like what's your experience there?
As far as like the qualification round goes, I like to qualify as high as you can, obviously, but in elimination matches. you obviously still want to qualify high, but it's almost like the first year I was on the stage, I think I qualified third, and I was out there for one like 3 matches. And by the last match, I'm used to everything, just you're used to the whole setup where coming out first, you're fresh, and then you got a guy that's been up there for 2 rounds and he's used to everything and you're not. And you do so they have that thing set up for you to practice in. They try to imitate the lighting, but
Yes,
I mean
that
it's
room.
similar, but it's not the same.
Is it?
So it's hard to get used to it once you go out there.
I remember, so I've had a couple buddies that have shot in the stage over the last several years, and I'll go in that back room and just help them practice and whatever they need while they're back there. Yeah, they do have that really bright lighting, and I don't know, it's different. You wouldn't think
Yeah,
the lighting makes a big difference, but it really can, especially when you're
it
shooting pins. I'm sure.
yeah, it definitely does. Well, especially in bow hunter, because say you go out there, and I think last year I went out and I was hitting left, and you can't move your sight. So I mean, you have to aim off, and that really sucks.
Oh yeah, I never even thought of that. I forgot you guys can't move your sights.
Yeah,
Um, does that probably throws you off, doesn't it? Aiming off a little bit.
yeah. When you have to aim off, it sucks. Like I hate aiming off.
Yeah,
Like I want to
yeah.
be aiming in the center, and I want to aim where I want to hit.
That's kinda how I am in the wind. I thought that I would like to, aim off when I'm shooting in the wind. I shot, like, some 50-meter stuff this summer, and, I don't know, I think I liked canning my bow a little bit more just so I could keep
Yeah.
the pin in the middle.
Yep.
But, yeah, so, and actually, you answered a different question than, what I meant, but, qualifications as far as, like, the qualification day, um like, when you're shooting that first round, um, I know that depending on where you place depends on, which guys you're gonna go against in the eliminations. Like, I qualified, fairly high in my class last year, and then, just the way it went, like, it felt like my first couple eliminations were pretty easy, but then the 3rd one was like, "Oh, this guy's a good shooter." And then, other times it's been like those all 3 of those matches were really hard. Like, how,
Yep.
what's your experience there? I mean, you've done this more times than I have.
I mean, the matches are so like I mean, you could be 1 versus 32, and the 32nd seed guy can get on a roll and shoot a 132 like it's nothing. So,
Mhm.
I mean, you just never know. But usually, like the last round of matches, and like whoever wins those goes to the shoot off. Usually, those guys are pretty stout because they're in a groove and they're rolling.
Yeah, and it seems for me, and I don't know, I've always performed, like, better in eliminations than I do in qualification too. Like, I don't know about you, but when I get that pressure, that next guy, like, I look over and I see him, I'm like, I just get more focused, I think. Is that kinda how you
Yep.
are?
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then, another big thing with Lancaster is when it comes to focus, like, it is such a, like, the qualification round is such a long, um, event. Like, I think we were at 4.5 hours or even 5 hours last year. Like, it got drug on really long. But keeping your focus for that long can be really hard, especially when you're trying to, qualify top seed in your class. Like, how do you stay focused for that long?
Uh, I mean, it's tough. I It's hard because like in between ends, sometimes you're like 10 minutes before you shoot again. So that's like it's tough, but you just gotta keep in your mind the end goal and just stay focused. Like
Do you Do you like to talk to people in between ends? Do you like to be quiet? Like, I see some people that like play games on their phones in between ends. Like, what's your strategy there?
I talk to everybody. I just talk. I'll go check on my buddies. You know,
Mhm. And are you talking about archery? Or are you talking about other stuff?
I mean, it varies. Sometimes just talk about stupid stuff. Sometimes talk about archery.
Yeah, I try not to talk about archery. I don't know, but I can't really do it. I mean, unless it's like generic archery stuff, like another tournament or something else. But like, I definitely don't like to talk about my mental game or how I'm doing or like specifics with my form and stuff because it just kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
I
that stuff you can't talk about.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, that's definitely a big thing. So, um, I saw you were shooting a open setup again at what tournament were we just at? It was the Hoosier.
the Hoosier.
Yeah, which how'd you do at that, by the way?
I ended up winning, so
Yeah.
that was a good
Yeah,
weekend.
that's sweet. What class were you shooting?
The men's championship money class.
Sweet. That's great. So yeah, I saw there at the end. Um I think I was picking up my stuff because I had shot that late line that day, and I heard your name on the speakers. I'm like, oh, how about that? He won. And then I saw you right afterwards. I'm like, we got to get you on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, you shot good too, didn't you?
I did.
You
Yeah,
ended
I
up
won my
winning.
class. Yeah, I won my
Nice.
class too. And shot 60x, and that's always good. I'd never done that before at a big shoot, I think. But um, yeah, so it's always fun. But what's what's your plans for Lancaster this year? You gonna shoot open setup? You gonna stick in the bow hunter class?
I'll be shooting open for everything, probably here on out.
Yeah, is that your plan? Do you ever plan on going pro?
We'll see. I mean, if I get good enough.
What's your what's your definition of good enough?
I mean, nowadays, pros, if you're going pro, you have to be shooting like 30x in practice all the time if you want a chance. And I mean, I've shot one 30x, but I mean, I'm averaging like 27, 26, 28s. So, I mean, that's not good enough to be pro,
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's
Right.
yeah, I can agree with that. Like pro class is definitely getting tougher and tougher. I mean, even just looking back at scores from a few years ago in the pro class, they've gone up a lot, especially indoors. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
when you have guys up there shooting a 30x with $55,000 on the line, like that is insane.
yes, it is, and yeah, that was quite the deal they had last year with three guys shooting perfect 600s, and then you got all that extra bonus money on the line.
Yeah.
Um, and what it was the first year that they offered that bonus money. Nobody shot a 660 or um, am I right there?
Now last year, 3 guys shot 660s.
But then I
Oh.
think the year before they had the same bonus, right? But
Yeah,
nobody shot a
and no one
660.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was like for me that was like, oh wow, that really put the pressure on. And that's good to um lower some of those pro scores. I know there's always a lot of people talking about, moving it to 25 yards or making everybody use skinny arrows and stuff to try to keep the scores down, versus those perfect scores. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's really interesting to see those guys shoot, and hopefully you and I are there someday too, pretty soon.
hopefully, it'd be
But
sweet.
the biggest thing that I've been working on is just like the gap between 27x and 30x is
Gravy.
it is crazy. Like, people that haven't been stuck at that 27x, like it's it's kind of hard to explain how far that gap is. The
It
difference
is
from 27,
huge.
28, 29 to 30 is huge. You're going from shooting, well, I guess if you do the math, 30 X's is 30 X's in a row versus 27, you could shoot, 6 X's or 9 X's in a row and then miss one. Like you're going from 9 X's in a row to 30.
Yep.
It's big. But
Even the difference between a 29x and a 30x is crazy. Cause like,
yeah.
say you shoot a 29 and you miss your X on, like, the 6th end, you are still only halfway to a 30. Like,
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yes, yeah, and I mean, like, I think I've shot, like, a 29X, and I missed an X during, like, the first or second end, I think. And then, um, you get to the end, it's like, "Well, I wonder if I could shoot, a 30," and so you shoot an extra end just to see, and I think I did get it, but it really doesn't count, because
Yeah.
I wasn't scoring it that way, but it's like, yeah, it's hard, that 27X mark is a
Yep.
big one. But, yeah, and actually, I'm starting a series, and it'll probably be out by now, by the time this podcast releases, but, I'm going to do, like, a film me shooting 30 arrows, and I'll probably do that, a few times a week depending on, how much feedback I get. If a ton of people want it, then, I'll do it more, but
Yeah, that'd be cool.
did you ever see the, hole-in-one series I put out? It's probably
Yeah.
been a few months now. Yeah, like, that for me drove up a lot of content and, views, like, I was getting a lot of interaction for that. Like, that series alone probably got me, 80 followers or something to that effect, and it was only, 9 episodes long. But,
Yeah, we need more of that. Like, there's, like, none of that out there, and that's the stuff that's, like, fun to watch. Like, that was cool.
yes, and that's what I think, being in kind of a niche industry like archery, there's only so many people that shoot target or, shoot hunting bows, and really, focus in on it to where they're interested in watching content like that. And I think you're right. It's kind of a dry space. Like there's not a whole lot of,
Literally, there's, like, nothing. Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like a couple guys that might do something once a month, and that's about it. But
yeah.
hopefully, well, I'll try to fill the gap and see where it goes. But that's always kind of a goal I'm working towards. But yeah, so, um, speaking of goals, like, what are your long-term goals in archery? We talked about going pro, reaching that 30X mark. What about 3D? I know you shot that Ohio ASA. Like, do you ever shoot national ASAs, or what do you do during the summer?
So I shoot IBOs. I won 2020 2024. I won the IBO Worlds in semi-pro, so that was good.
Yeah,
Like, I'm I mean, I'm not bad at judging, but it's just judging's a completely different ballgame. It sucks when you go make 40 perfect shots and shoot, like, 10 down just because you misjudged the target. Like, that sucks. So, I'd like to get better
yeah,
at that.
yeah.
Shoot some pro.
I think that judging, like, it's a thing that I've always been interested in, I've always wanted to do, but I just don't have, number 1, I don't have the targets to practice on, and number 2, I just haven't allotted the time that I need to get good at judging targets. Like, I need to be able to judge targets, practice every day, and I just you know, haven't done that, and I think that if you're gonna be really good, at that elite level on judging, like, you gotta be doing that stuff every day.
Oh, yeah. Every day. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, um, IBOs and then, like, what's your tournament schedule look like for the rest of this year, and then going into the summer? You said Rushmore,
Uh,
Lancaster.
so I shoot Rushmore, Lancaster, and then I'm going to Foley, and I think that's at the end of February. And then from there, not going to Vegas this year. Uh, Probably the next ASA, maybe a couple IBOs, couple ASAs. I don't know. Whatever I feel like
Mhm.
shooting, really.
Yeah. You are you kind of a, like, what's your goals in archery as far as, um, like, how far do you wanna go with it? Are you plan on shooting bows for fun for the rest of your life? You ever plan on, trying to make it a source of income? Like, what's your thoughts there?
Yeah, I feel like making it into a career would be pretty cool, but there's like how many people that can do that? Like, not very many. So we'll see where it takes me, but just kind of shoot, try to have fun at it. if it's not fun, then there's no sense in really doing it, in my opinion. It's never for the money.
Yeah.
I just like to have
Yeah,
fun.
I think it's pretty fun. I think it's pretty fun. But, um
Sometimes it gets frustrating.
yeah, a little bit, and, one big thing that I've just learned recently was, I think that setting goals is important, in archery, like, for me, I got to a point where I was just shooting to shoot because I knew that I should practice, and I really didn't have, like, a objective or something that I wanted to accomplish every practice session. For me, like, um, setting goals can be really important. It kinda gives you um, a place to get to at the end of your practice session, like, gives you something to, work towards and, feel good when you get there. It's not just, like, once a week on the weekend or whenever you go to a tournament. You can make that happen every day in practice.
Yep. Uh,
And
Having goals is pretty important.
yes. Um, how much do you practice every week?
Probably 6 days a week.
Yeah?
Usually Mondays I don't shoot.
Do you shoot at a pro shop or do you shoot at home?
Just a club, probably 15 minutes from my house.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
nice club.
you shoot there, like, after work or something?
Yep. Yeah, I get off work at 5:30, so then I'll go there. I'll come home, eat dinner, go there till, like, 10 at night, come home, repeat.
So how many arrows are you getting in a day?
Oh, probably I'd like to shoot a 600 every day, so, like, 60.
Yep. Okay. And how many pounds are you pulling on
I
your
like
target bow?
58, 59, not
Okay.
very high.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm at 60, and actually I need to back it down to like 59 in case I shoot like world archery or something. That way I'm
Yeah,
not pushing the limit there. Um, but yeah, that's one thing that I've been doing is shooting 6 arrows per end. So like when I'm shooting a 300 round Vegas face, I'll hang two faces and then shoot, six at a time. And for me, that's kind of helped build more endurance and
yeah.
just strength as far as that. Have you ever tried that?
No, I shoot 5 spots a little bit, but with the Rushmore coming up, I'll probably start shooting 6 arrows an end just to, you know, like you said, build endurance, make sure you can get through that 600 round.
Yes, yeah, and the five arrows and end is a big one. I actually had bought some of those Rushmore Rumble faces last year because I just wanted to practice like on a Vegas 5 spot to where I was shooting 5 arrows and end. And when you go to a 3 spot after shooting 5 arrows and end, it's like easy, piece of cake.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, it's always good. But
I
so
feel like the NFAA 5 spot compared to the Rushmore 5 spot, I feel like you have to be shooting the Rushmore 5 spot because that the regular 5 spot, you can get sloppy, like, easily, cause like, the X is at just a 10. So,
yes,
like, where the Rushmore, yeah, shooting 5 X's is, like, I mean, that's pretty tough.
it
Like,
is.
3 is one thing, but then you gotta shoot 2 more, and it's like, "Holy crap."
Yeah, that's a good point, especially like and again, we're talking, stuck at that, 27X level. It's like you can't like you have to shoot a 5, even to shoot a 27X, you have to shoot 5 X's at least 2 times or 3 times. Um, but yeah, it's tough and 5 arrows per end. It's like it's focused. What's your mental game look like? Like, have you ever, gotten coaching on that or, who have you learned from?
Just myself, really. I've gone through target panic quite a bit, like, a couple years ago, and I feel like just going through that helped quite a bit because you learn, what to do, and now, like, my shot's all subconscious, like, I don't know what's going on, I just shoot, basically. Like, I know a lot of people say stuff to themselves, I don't. I just it's, like, all subconscious, like, I don't even think about anything.
So, um, I've heard of some guys shooting like that, and it's For me, I can do it when I'm in practice and it's quiet and there's nothing going on, and I can shoot just fine. But as soon as I go to somewhere, and I could even be practicing, at a tournament or at the bow shop or whatever it is, but then when I hear that like background noise, the conversation going behind me, and I'm not like yelling at myself inside my head, when I hear other noises and see stuff, it just throws me off. I have to be saying stuff in my head for me to focus. I don't know if it's just how my brain works or what.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried that, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work as good for me. Cause then I'll get, like, I don't know, just I'd rather just not think about anything.
The biggest thing for me is just remembering to say what I'm trying to say, like especially if, like I remember when I did try and shoot without saying anything, uh, like when I started trying to get back into my process and talking to myself during my shot, like, I kind of would get to the point where I would forget to start talking to myself, like just totally, forget. And it's hard to remember that. Like for me, if I can remember to, go through that process and, say it, it's almost always going to be an X. But it's when I forget to go through that stuff for me.
That's a good
But
point. That's a good point. Forgetting things is
yeah.
yeah.
So, um, another thing, and we were talking about not paying attention to scores and like how you're doing throughout a round. Do you like to be the scorer? Do you like to call out scores? Do you like to do the paper, do the tablet? Like when you're scoring around, what position do you like to be? Does that play any part in like your mental game or anything?
No, not really. I mean, I'll do anything. Like, that's the first thing I tell the guys on the bail. Like, if you want me to score, I'll score. If you want me to call, I'll call. If you want me to do nothing, I'll do nothing. This doesn't really matter to me.
Sounds like you're pretty chill. You're more chill than I am. I don't know. I like to I guess I can do anything. I can do anything. And but normally when you're shooting in the kids class, like
The
it's
kids are different. Yeah,
it's hard for me to trust other people writing down
yeah,
scores when you're in the kid class, but it's really not that bad, if you think about it.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's pretty fun. It's intense. I'm shooting every day now, trying to get in more volume, like I say, for the Rushmore, for that other stuff. Um, just trying to hit the practice. Um,
Yep.
but one thing that kind of a big question, I just saw something or somebody asked me about it just the other day. Um, Pinhold. What do you like going from the bow hunter class to, open and now you're using a lens? Pinhold. I like a kind of a quick vibration that stays in the middle versus a big, long movement like this. Um, where are you at on that?
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I want it to stay in the middle and just kinda wiggle, basically. Yeah, I don't like when it's got them big, long, slow. I mean, if it's in the middle and it's slow, no, that's not bad, but I feel like when it's just jittering in the middle, I don't know, it can just that's what I like.
Okay. And are you like what's your push pull look like? Are you stagnant back there? Are you moving? Like walk me through
I'm pretty
that.
stagnant, like, I'm very relaxed. Like, around here,
Really?
I'm,
Okay.
like, known for, like, shooting, like, insanely high let off. The first year I won Lancaster, I think I was holding 6.5 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was shooting, like, 87% let off, so I
How
don't really do much of anything.
how much weight do you have on your stabilizers?
Right now, I got 14 on the back and then I think 5 on the front.
Okay. And you're able to hold that up with that, high let off?
Yeah, I've gotten better than 6.5 pounds. I think now I'm at, like, 13, but
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. Um,
yeah.
I've always liked low let off. Like my hunting bow is 65%. Well, actually, my hunting bow might be higher, but I
Holy crap.
I
65%.
yeah yeah I think when I first had my hunting bow set up with a different mod in it, it was at 65%, and I hunted with that for a year or two. Um, and at 70 pounds, you can do the math, I guess. But I was holding 20 some pounds
Yeah,
back there, and I,
hunting. Jeez.
yeah, and I like it because I like to make a quick shot, and I don't know, I shoot a lot, so super, it's not super fatiguing. Um, versus guys that shoot once a week or something like that. But
Yep.
I normally like the lowest let off I can. Now, recently on my target bows, like on this Hoyt and on my Supra RTX that I was shooting, those cams, I just couldn't get them to hold as well in the 65% let off position. I had to go with I forget exactly what the options were, but if you've got a 70% option, 75%, and an 80, like I tended to like the middle position on that cam. It seems to be I don't know, just what feels the best. Is that what you find?
Yeah, I mean, I like 70, like 75 to 80s, kind of what I like now. But that one bow I shot was like 87, but that doesn't work for my title.
Mhm. So you're shooting the title now. What axle is it?
34, short one. I've always shot shorter bows. It's just,
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
coming
I
from the bow
like them.
hunter. Is it the string angle that you like or the lightweight or really? How long's your D loop?
That's normal. Probably, I probably should measure it, but it's probably, I don't know, standard D loop.
Okay. And um how about release? Like what makes that string angle feel right to you? Is it how it fits your face, like D loop and release?
I don't, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know why I like a small string angle, but like I'll go shoot like a 38-inch bow and I'm like, get this thing out of here. Like, I do not like it.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
And what's your draw length?
It's like 27 and 3/4.
Okay, yeah, about the same as me. I think I'm 28 and a quarter. But yeah, I've always liked um like 37 about that's what these last two bows have been.
Yeah, it seems like that Concept X is everyone likes that thing. Like everyone that shoots it loves it.
Yeah, I remember watching a big long video. It might have been by Bow Junkie, and he kind of went through and explained the geometry of some of the more recent Hoyt bows. He compared the Invicta, the Stratus, and the Concept, and he went through like limb angles and riser length and like how reflex or deflex the riser is between all these different bows, and it kind of if you look at it, the Invicta was a pretty popular bow. There was a lot of people that shot the Invicta and loved it. It sounds like the Stratus was a little bit less popular. It
Yeah.
had a different geometry than the Invicta did. And then the Concept X, it's really popular too, and the geometry is more similar to the Invicta. So I thought that was a really interesting video. They compared um, bow geometries, and then of course it all changes when you go manufacturer to manufacturer too, because PSE really likes that deflex riser on the Supras,
Yep.
and I don't know if it's the cam system or what it is, but um, it doesn't seem to be the same manufacturer to manufacturer. But just looking at bows year to year, that's kind of one thing that I learned.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's all personal preference, really.
Yes, it is. People shoot
Seems like,
30x games with all the bows.
yep, every single one.
Yep. Yeah, I think
So,
most of it is between the
oh yeah,
headphones.
all of it. Almost all of it.
Yep. That's what I found. Um and I guess that's what you found too. But so moving forward, I mean, what's your um are you working on anything specifically in your form, in your mental game, or anything like that right now moving forward? Are you getting in reps, shooting for a different score? Like,
Yeah, just kinda, like, trying to minimize my misses. Like, right now, I got a left miss that I don't really know what's causing it, so I'm trying to figure that out. Like, obviously, you wanna keep trying to shoot higher scores, and so, yeah, just trying to minimize my misses and get better, really. Shoot a lot of arrows, get my shooting shape back in form, so
yeah, okay. Um, that's good. I think where I'm at right now is I'm making some form changes and just Um, for me, when I'm making changes to my form or my setup, it's hard for me to stay focused on the mental game too, because I'm trying to pay attention to those other things. But then once I get those kind of all dialed into the subconscious, like you are, that's when I can start focusing on my mental game and getting that dialed in for a shoot. But
yep.
do you shoot like a league every week or something like that? Or
Yeah, I'm in a couple leagues. I'm in 2 leagues, actually. The one league's on Thursdays, the other league's on I shoot it on Wednesdays, so
oh, perfect. Yeah,
the one
that's
league we got, it's at I don't know, you ever heard of Possum Hollow Sportsman's Club?
I might have heard of that actually.
But, we have a league down there, and there's some pretty stout shooters, like Brent Platt, Colton Hamilton, those guys, and so we'll shoot our 300 round for league, and then they'll do a head-to-head shoot-off at the end, so that's really good practice.
Yes, that is very good. I like the head-to-head stuff. That's, great, especially when you're looking at Lancaster here in just a few weeks. Um, that head-to-head stuff's really good. Um, okay, so one more question here on the head-to-head. At Lancaster, you're shooting on the stage, or you're at your league night and they're doing a Lancaster style practice. When you're the new guy walking up onto the stage, do you move your competitor? Do you make them jump to the other stage, or do you let them stay?
Move them. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but, I mean, it's better than letting them get more comfortable, so,
Okay, and then how about shooting first versus shooting second?
I always shoot first,
You always shoot first?
try to
Yeah.
put the pressure on.
Okay, and then 12s, shooting 12 rings. That's kinda become a bigger thing in the last couple years. Do you have a strategy on shooting 12s?
Not yet. I mean, shoot it when you have to, but hopefully you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is the goal, isn't it? Um, I have I don't know. I've got to think about it. Like, there's a couple different ways to look at the 12 ring, a couple different ways to look at shooting first or second, and I don't know. It's kind of tough. I think it's all just
Yeah,
preference, and you just got to hit the middle.
yeah, it just comes down to hit the middle. You gotta hit the middle.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, I appreciate the conversation, Ethan. How can people get in touch with you if they got any questions or anything like that?
I'm on Instagram, econway_514. Just message me. Usually I'll respond. But yeah, that's about it. I'm on Facebook too, just Ethan Conway. So
Sweet.
you can
Yeah,
find me there.
I'll tag you in. I always make like an Instagram post, kind of a teaser, beforehand, and then I'll tag you in that and share it to everybody. But yeah, that'll be
Cool.
good. Hey, I appreciate the time you've given me tonight, Ethan. I'm gonna go
Yeah, thanks
shoot.
for having me on.
I'm gonna go
Been a
shoot
good time.
my league for the week. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, so good luck with your shooting. Hopefully you can still get some shots in tonight. But yeah, I appreciate you having on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.
Too. See ya.